Listen, we are being gaslit by JLo's PR team. Let's get into this, okay? Right now, let's go. Since the announcement of the divorce, it feels like JLo's team has been on this like PR hunt to change the narrative of how people, number one, view her, right? And also to take her out of the Diddy light, in my opinion. That's what I feel like is happening, okay? Well, suddenly this divorce announcement comes, and you start seeing on Twitter that fans are literally hashtagging Team J Lo. Ben Affleck is abusive. Ben is this. Ben is that. Suddenly, J Lo is the victim of horrific abuse at the hands of Ben Affleck. Now, let's get into this article because I want to know what you guys think in the chat. All right, let me know. I was not in their relationship, but I feel like a lot of us saw this shit coming a long time ago. We also talked a little bit about it, whether it was a PR stunt, because we had questions about this as well. So I'm trying to figure out, like, what is going on? Why are you guys trying to gaslight the audience and essentially putting people to leak sources out there so that they change the narrative of this said situation? Ben Affleck reportedly presented a false narrative in the Jennifer Lopez documentary. This could change how you view their relationship. Isn't that how they've been wanting us to do? Listen, in order to change the narrative about Jennifer Lopez, you'd have to go back years and years ago. I mean, years and years ago, 4 marriages ago. I mean, way before Ben Affleck, okay? Because you guys have to understand that some of us, especially the Latino community, we remember J Lo doing the most, right? She's allowed to do whatever the hell she wants to. But some of us saw the ish for what it was a long time ago. So I don't know if it's going to change the narrative of their relationship. At the end of the day, these are consenting adults that got together. She chose to be with him, whether he, through his addictions, his, whatever was going on with him, and he chose to be with her. As crazy as she is as well, and attention seeking, these people chose to be together. So why are the PR team trying to gaslight us? That's what I want to know, because I saw what I saw. And I said what I said. There may be a whole lot more to Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck's divorce than fans previously thought. While many believe Affleck's private nature led to the couple's marital woes, a new report paints a different picture. According to multiple sources, which is the sources like what, like Daily Mail, people, the sources that are speaking to directly to other sources, it's never directly from J-Lo and Ben. It's always a source of a source of a source. According to multiple sources, Ben was the driving force behind the greatest love story never told. I watched that bullshit. Okay? I did. I watched that bullshit ass documentary and the other one too. So now you guys are going to try to gaslight the public. The documentary released alongside Lopez's album and film project, This Is Me Now, a love story. The documentary was Ben's idea for his company, Artist Equity. One source told People. Jennifer's team didn't want to do it since she was focused on the album and the Amazon original video project. So you're telling me that J-Lo didn't want to do this project, so he forced her to do it? I'm not believing this whatsoever. I am not believing that. That will probably come as a shock to anyone who saw the documentary, which touches on Bennifer's opposing views on fame. I had a very firm sense of boundaries initially around the press, while Jen, I don't think, objected to it in a way that I did. I did very much object to it. This is what Ben said in the doc, right? Getting back together, I said, listen, one of the things I don't want to do is a relationship on social media. Then I sort of realized it's not a fair thing to ask. It's sort of like you're going to marry a boat captain and you go, well, I don't like the water. I remember this quote from that like documentary. I remember this. So you're telling me that this was a fake and a fraud? So you're saying that Ben put up a front when he said this too, which is fine if he did that, but I don't think that they're victims. I don't think she's a victim, and I don't think he's a victim. J-Lo is not a victim of anything. These are two adults that got into some bullshit ass relationship for the media, okay? And then they blame the media for not being together. They did this before. I'm not buying this, okay? If y'all get divorced already, Get divorced. Stop gaslighting the audience and the fans and everything, because this is not it. Anyways, let's keep reading. Lopez seems to know Ben's discomfort in the documentary as well. I don't think he's very comfortable with me doing all this, she said at that time. But he loves me and he knows I'm an artist and he's going to support me in every way he can because he knows he can't stop me from making the music I made and writing the words that I wrote. That's going to happen and he doesn't want to stop. According to this documentary, they used the letters that he wrote to her years ago and that she was sharing it around the people that were there and they were calling him Ben Affleck. Y'all remember that? If you watched it, I remember that. This thing is trash. They're trash, in my opinion. Another source told People that Affleck insisted on the documentary and was highly involved in the editing process. He was the one who had control pretty much. The source said, claiming that Affleck's hesitancy to be included in the film was a false narrative. Look, I am sure he was involved because he interviewed. I am sure. I'm not believing, but I don't think that he was the one that solely had control over. This is unacceptable to paint this. This is me now portrayed J-Lo as being somebody who was trying to find love for herself, right? And she's seeking it throughout these relationships and multiple marriages, right? And so for me, it's like this is a man who married her and he's helping her through this, and he's maybe have some creative control, but that doesn't mean that he had control of the whole project. This narrative that's being pointed out there, I'm not buying it whatsoever. He loved the music in the album, but when you look at the doc, it looks like he's surprised by it and not signing up for it. Okay, that's your opinion. The source said he was playing the role of playing the regular guy, and meanwhile, he was the engine in back of it. Okay. I mean, I don't think he did not. There are scenes in this documentary where Ben is like talking about it and helping her, and they're looking at cameras and they're doing different things. He never denied not being part of it. Y'all, what is going on here? Are, everybody's really trying to write a different narrative about the situation and then include the fans in this marriage that none of us were a part of, right? Interestingly, this report came days after a source told People that Affleck's erratic moods impacted Lopez's decision to file for divorce. So now it's Ben's erratic moods. We've seen Ben looking really irritated with everybody. I mean, that's the erratic mood. He always looked like he was irritated with her. And then he got called out for having a resting bitch face. He talked about having that. He talked about, not necessarily like they looked like they were arguing, but so that means that it's Ben's erratic mood. This is two consenting adults that got into a marriage, a failed marriage, okay? But got into a marriage all over again. When they had tried it one time, it didn't work before, and then they tried to revive this shit. Now they try to do it with kids involved. Are we just gonna let these people like gaslight us? Like what is going on here? They were trying to work it through. But when the mood swings and the big highs and big lows informed a toxicity that was pervasive, no one can help you. You have to help yourself. So what do they try to say this? Are they trying to say that Ben Affleck has like some type of a mood disorder? Like, what are they trying to say here? You guys, this PR team is on overtime. Let me tell you, they are doing the most on Twitter to try to rewrite the narrative that she will survive this and she is strong. The girl is on her fourth marriage. This would be her fourth marriage. And that's fine. This is America. You can marry whoever the hell as many times as you want to. But hold yourself accountable to the people around you. Don't think that you're going to gaslight us. This shit is driving me crazy. But anyways, the world was rooting for them. But who he said he was and who he turned out to be were two different people. Bitch, I was not rooting for them. I don't care about them. Okay, we've been saying that this shit is crazy that they got back together. For me, it was wanting to understand the Diddy situation. You're not going to hide behind this divorce to avoid answering questions about what happened with Diddy. That's that. Well, we're not going to do that whatsoever. I refuse. Girl, I refuse. And I know some of you fans are going to come in my comments and have something to say. But the people send me these articles to review them, and I'm reacting to them. So now Ben has erratic moods. Now, Ben was the one in control of this whole situation. J-Lo just went with the fucking flow. Are you kidding me? Now J-Lo is a victim of Ben? When are people going to be held accountable? I just want to know. Y'all, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you guys on the next one. Rabbits out. Bye, guys.